Hey, fellow front runners and earth warriors. I'm Karen, and today I have a question for you. Have you ever attempted to make a change in your life? That could be any change from maybe changing the way you eat, maybe giving up smoking, maybe starting your own business, or wanting to change jobs, and finding yourself discouraged along the way and finding yourself falling back into the same type of situation you were in that you were trying to change. Well, if you felt that, that's because the way we operate, until we become consciously aware of what we're doing, where we want to envision, where we are going intentionally, until we get to that place, the way we operate is habitual. And our identity, as we start moving forward, pulls itself back unless, as we start forward, we step into the new, so that each time we maybe snap back, we're still ahead of where we were when we started. So, as Esther Hicks or Abraham likes to say, you can't get from a low vibration to joy in one big leap. We take incremental steps. Some people can take a good incremental step. For some of us, if we are in the dark night of our soul, if we have been in a difficult place, and there is a lot of difficulty in earth life, even before 2020. If we find ourselves in that place, sometimes it takes just tiny little, as Tony Robbins says, 2 millimeter changes in order to just shift that tiny bit, the trajectory of where we're going. That will take us into a new place once we recognize our identity is holding us back, and we start to consciously inch our identity up to where we want to be, so that we can slowly move forward into the experiences that we prefer to have. Now, maybe you're somebody who luckily has great experiences. Maybe you have an amazing life path number, astrology chart that gives you the gifts along the way, and that you are here as a teacher of love. And God bless you if that's the case. But for many of us, we have had to work ourselves through the dark night of the soul, as I mentioned already, in order to break through the wounds and become the healer that we were intended to be, sharing our gifts with either the people around us, the people in our life and our close family and friends, or to a greater audience, whatever your path happens to be. So let's grab the cards and let's just ask about where we are in our, as a collective, in our current identity and how we break out of that. So let me just put these cards down. So the bottom of the deck is the Star of Hope. I love that. Um, Much like the Temperance card, there is alchemy happening here. The stars guide us and direct us. So if you happen to be watching this video, the cards are acknowledging your shift, acknowledging the desire for each one of us to step into. It looks like she's almost stepping with her tiptoe, even though she's kneeling on the ground, tiptoeing into the waters, the deep waters, to clear the emotions in order for us to shine and be the bright star for the people we are meant to give guidance to. There was a different take on the star card from me. So as far as our identity, I got the Nine of Pentacles covered by the Ten of Cups. Those are fascinating cards. The Nine of Pentacles shows that we are settled into our earth life. And the Ten of Cups, the card of the happy family, not exactly the cards that I expected. So as these are about our identity, I'm going to say that we are identified with our earth life and with making our best earthly steps forward in order to find happiness, rather than connecting more to our higher consciousness. So behind us, the Queen of Pentacles says we have been focused, as our entire collective has, on our earthly pleasures, our earth life, our jobs, our homes, growing up, going to kindergarten, going to school, going to college, getting a job, working 40 years, retiring, and hoping to live some time to enjoy retirement. We have been focused on our earth life. And now the Page of Swords is a time for us to step into the new truth, to start to make the effort, to shift our focus, to recognize our consciousness. There is that sword of truth coming up off the card into the heavens, asking us to connect with all that we are. And through that, find our fulfillment. I love the way her hand is allowing the emotions to run through. We let the experiences of earth life flow through us as we start to step out of the way into more of the position of the observer instead of feeling everything ourselves. So we allow ourselves to step out of our emotions a little bit and experience them without feeling all that pain and defensiveness of the Seven of Wands. So it's our time to step into our own knowing unapologetically, who we are. 2 full moons in Aquarius. So, and the new moon that was in Leo, and right now Virgo and Mars are together in Virgo. It is time for us to do the work around us unapologetically for whatever it is that we need to do and whatever it is that we need to leave behind. We are walking toward a new humanity, and we are doing that by letting our old identity go and stepping into this new truth of recognizing who we are and letting the emotions and experiences in life flow through us without sticking to us in a way that causes physical illness and pain, mental distress and anguish, PTSD, all these things that we hold on to because we hold on to our emotions rather than feeling them and letting them flow. That's what I have for our identity today. Start to shift your focus. Step outside and start to see what's happening. Change is like watching hair grow. We don't see it. Little 2 millimeter shifts in our focus, where's that page of swords? Little 2 millimeter shifts in our focus will help us shift our identity in a way that changes the trajectory that we're currently on.